This is the life Yuri about to step into, the story of an American Mafia tattoo artist. Yuri, a 36-year-old tattoo artist, living in Los Angeles. At 19, you learned the craft in a small shop in Brooklyn, New York. Over the next 15 years, you climbed your way up to become one of the top tattoo artists on the West Coast, renowned, respected, and in high demand. Your work is famous for hyper-realistic portraits and intricate dark religious designs. Each piece takes up to 8 hours to finish, and your fee equals an average person's monthly salary. Clients fly in from New York, Chicago, and Miami just to get inked by you. Street art magazines have even featured your work. Life is stable, comfortable, until the American Mafia comes calling. They reach out the way they always do, through a middleman who owes them a favor. An old client of yours, someone you've tattooed 3 times, has ties to the core Mafia crew. He introduces you to a group of men who admire your art. They make you an offer, become their exclusive tattoo artist. You'll design memorial pieces, rank insignias, and tribute tattoos for fallen members. The pay, triple your usual rate, plus a steady stream of new clients. All you have to do is work for them, full-time. Logically, you should say no. You know exactly what happens when you get tangled up with people like this. Even being on the fringes pulls you into their dark world. But rent's skyrocketing, and cheap knockoff artists are stealing your business. Triple pay could change everything. No more stress about making ends meet. You say yes. The middleman smiles like he knew you'd choose this all along. 3 days later, your first client walks in, a hitman. You can see it instantly. The calm, alert posture, eyes checking every exit, the scars on his hands from knives, and that dead, hollow look in his eyes. The numbness of someone who's crossed the line and can never go back. He's polite, respectful of your craft. He wants a portrait of a young woman on his chest. Beautiful, but her eyes are empty. She's long gone. He tells you it's his little sister. She was killed in a gang shootout 2 years ago. The bullet was meant for him. He wants her face over his heart, so she's always with him, so he never forgets the blood debt he owes. You spend 8 hours pouring everything you have into the piece. The hardest part, her eyes. You spend 2 hours alone on them, trying to capture the life that's gone. When he looks in the mirror, he breaks down crying. This man who's watched people die without flinching, who's taken lives with his own hands, now he's sobbing. He touches the tattoo gently, like he's touching her real skin. He pays you in cash, triple your rate, and says he'll send more people your way. Clients come non-stop after that. Gang members get memorial portraits for friends killed in ambushes, marking a war that never makes the news. Capos come for rank symbols, exclusive skull designs, black spade patterns, codes only insiders understand. Wives and girlfriends get tattoos of their partners, men dead in prison or vanished without a trace. They want to keep their loved ones on their skin, because it's the only thing they can control. Every tattoo is a story. Every story is soaked in blood and violence. One portrait at a time, you document this hidden war, capturing faces the world will forget, except for those who love them. You master the American Mafia's secret visual language, just like you once mastered anatomy and shading. Dark skulls for crew loyalty, black rose icons for killers, hellish totems marking East Coast versus West Coast territory. Outsiders can't read them, but anyone in the life knows exactly who you are and who you answer to. Encrypted numbers and letters, their ranks plain and simple. You hold priceless knowledge. The FBI and ATF would pay millions for what's in your head, a complete map of the organization's structure and ranks. But that knowledge is also deadly. If it falls into the wrong hands, you're dead. You keep every secret locked tight. No notes, no words. Silence becomes your instinct, like a skill you were born with. Year 1, you finish over 50 tattoos for the crew. Your bank account has never been fuller. You expand your shop, hire an assistant, move into an apartment overlooking all of LA. Regular clients still come in, mixing with gang members. On the surface, life looks normal. You tell yourself, you're just an artist. The ink on your hands doesn't make you guilty of their crimes, but you start to know these people. The hours of silence, the needle going in and out, walls come down. Bonds form. The hitman with his sister's portrait comes back. He talks about his rough childhood, the brother who got him into the life, the first time he killed someone, how he felt nothing. That empty feeling scares him more than any pain to the world. He's a monster. To you, he's just a man who cries for his sister. You don't judge, you just listen. Year 2, a woman walks in, bodyguards outside, expensive clothes, the air of someone used to being obeyed. She wants a portrait of her husband on her shoulder blade. The photo, a 50-something man, powerful, commanding. You know who he is, West Coast boss of the American Mafia. You spend 12 hours creating the best work of your career. When it's done, she cries, not like the hitman. Her tears are fear, exhaustion, sorrow for a man she both fears and loves. You never ask questions, that's your rule, but you know the truth. She's trapped. The man she fears is forever marked on her skin. The piece is beautiful, and a cage. Your reputation inside the crew grows. They call you the artist, with respect. Men who've killed dozens sit quietly for hours, letting you mark mark their bodies, sharing their stories. You become a confessor. The needle breaks skin, and they break down. Pain brings a strange closeness. They tell you secrets that would make prosecutors salivate. You never speak a word. Keep the secrets. Keep your life. Year 3. A capo makes a strange request. Not a memorial. Not a rank mark. A punishment brand. A traitor. Before they let him go, they want you to tattoo "Traitor" snitch across his forehead. Permanent. So everyone sees what he is. Forever. You refuse. You tell him you only do consensual art. No forced tattoos. This crosses a line you won't break. He stares at you for a long time. Finally, he nods. He respects your principles. He finds someone else. You wait for retaliation. It never comes. You realize the truth. Your rules aren't respected because of you. They're tolerated because of them. Year 4. Memorial work starts eating at you. A father comes in. He wants a portrait of his 19-year-old son. The boy joined the crew at 16, killed in a shootout with FBI SWAT, over a shipment worth more than his life. The father brings photos. The boy as a kid in his mom's arms, his first car, his last months in gang gear. You do it in 3 sessions, 12 hours total. By the end, you feel like you knew him. The father talks non-stop. His son's humor, his loyalty, his dream to leave the life one day, open a small diner, cook simple food, live a normal life. That dream died in a warehouse on the outskirts of Leh. The father never cries. He's past tears. He just talks, building a memorial with words. You build one with ink. He pays you more than you ask for, stares at the portrait, and walks out into a life without his son. That night you sit alone in the dark. This job is draining you. You're filled with other people's grief. No room left for your own. Every portrait is a ghost. Every memorial is a tombstone for violence. You make a living capturing death. You're not the one pulling the trigger, just the one recording it. But the dark is starting to swallow you. Year 5. Your girlfriend leaves you. Her name's Elena. She's known about the Mafia work since year 2. The convoys of bodyguards, the sudden cash impossible to hide. At first she told herself what you told yourself: you're an artist. The ink isn't blood. If you didn't do it, someone else would. But she can't lie to herself anymore. She says you've changed. The job's eaten your soul. She doesn't recognize the man she fell in love with. You talk in your sleep, muttering names. You apologize to empty rooms. You flinch at sirens. The portraits on your shop wall to her. They're morgue photos. She's right. You've changed. You'll never get back the artist who loved the craft for the art. Now you're just someone who collects ghosts. Trapped, can't stop. Year 6. Violence finds you. A rival East Coast crew hits your associates to send a message. They break into your shop, destroy everything. Equipment smashed, a note left: keep working for the other side, and you'll pay the price. You don't call the police. You call your middleman. Jack, within a week, the men who did it are dead. Protection raw, brutal, absolute, but it means you belong to them. Fully. You rebuild the shop with their money, new gear, tight security, armed guards for special clients. You're no longer just a tattoo artist. You're an asset too valuable to lose, too tied to escape. The trap closes. By the time you see it, you're already in too deep. Year 7. A man walks in. He wants a memorial for his entire crew, 6 men, ambushed and killed overnight. He wants all 6 faces on his back, surrounding a black rose icon, a shrine he'll carry with him forever. 3 weeks, 5 sessions. You draw each young face from photos. They had families, futures, life was just borrowed time. As you work, he tells you how each died, were their last words, their wives and kids left behind. He's the only survivor. The weight of guilt and responsibility is his alone. No tears, just cold, empty acceptance. His back is a tombstone. It's all he has left. The piece is your masterpiece. 6 faces alive on skin, circling the black rose. He pays you double, says his back is a holy place now, his crew with him, always. That night you cry for the first time in years. The walls inside you break. You can't separate yourself from the pain you document. Their faces are etched into your heart too. The sister, the boss's wife, the 19-year-old boy, the 6 dead men. Your skin's clean, but your soul's covered in ghosts. You try to leave, every year. Close the shop, move away. Do butterflies, inspirational quotes. No more ghosts, no more blood. But you know too much, seen too many faces, heard too many secrets, decoded too many symbols. People who know this life don't walk away free. You either stay or disappear. Year 8. A 20-year-old kid walks in, young, already marked by the streets. He wants his first gang tattoo, a small black spade, the entry-level symbol. Excited, thinks it's glory, belongs. You want to say no, to tell him the truth. All the kids like him, young, dumb, hungry for respect, end up as portraits on your wall. You want to show him the photos, the young faces dead too soon, the sadness in their eyes, but you don't. You do the tattoo, small, simple. You're scared to refuse, scared of suspicion. Your lines are gone. 8 years in, you've become what you hated, complicit. The kid leaves happy, thinks he's won. he's just started a countdown. Months, years, one day, someone will sit in your chair and ask to put his face on skin. You clean your tools, disinfect the needles, wait for the next client, the next story, the next ghost. You tell yourself the same lie over and over. I'm just a tattoo artist. The ink isn't guilt. I just record a world I didn't make, can't change. 8 years. And you'll keep telling yourself that forever, as long as clients come, as long as the dead need faces, as long as the living need to hold on. The needle doesn't judge, doesn't pick sides. It just records, and now, you're just a machine, a keeper of ghosts. Your walls are covered in photos, faces of the dead. Surrounding you, you live with them, sleep with them. They're the only proof the violence was real, the only proof you were there. This story is fictional, but these tattoo artists exist in America right now. In shops across the country, they ink memorials for the dead, brand identities for the living, quietly documenting a war no one reports. The ink tells the secrets the news never will, and only the tattoos outlive time.